Welcome to ABC Interactive English. Hello everyone, I'm Mike.
And I'm Sam.
And frozen treats are still the coolest. It's still July, it's still hot, and Harper and Sophie are still eating. I think they should have some vegetables.
Yeah,
I'm a little worried.
This might be not so good for their health.
Yeah, they've been eating frozen treats for 3 days now. I'm not a doctor, but I'm saying that's not a good idea. Hopefully they're going to have some spinach ice cream today. Or Kongchin Cai ice cream, something green and leafy. But anyways, let's talk about disgusting flavors of ice cream.
Yes.
Normally we don't have spinach or cabbage or Kongchin Cai. One though that I don't like, that I know a lot of people do, mint.
Oh,
I'm not a fan of mint ice cream. And, you know, when I think of mint, I think of brushing my teeth. You know, so having that in a sweet, I'm not a fan of that. But I discovered just moments ago that me not liking mint is like, oh, yeah, okay, you agree. I think other people. You, though, you don't like chocolate ice cream.
No.
That's right. I said she does not. No, not chocolate ice cream.
Yes.
What is going on there?
I absolutely hate chocolate ice cream.
What happened to you as a child?
I don't know. I just am not a fan of chocolate.
Did you eat chocolate ice cream for 3 days in a row like Harper and Sophie and then went, oh, that's enough?
No, it's just like, I don't know. It's just, it's hard to describe. The only way I can describe it is that chocolate ice cream is too chocolatey. I don't like it because it's got too much chocolate and I just don't like the taste I just don't like the taste.
So
any kind of chocolate ice cream.
You want chocolate ice cream.
Yeah.
Chocolateless. Less chocolate in your chocolate ice cream, please.
Exactly. Like, for example, a very famous ice cream flavor in America is chocolate chip cookie dough.
It's great.
Yes, it's great. I love it. I spit out all the chocolate chips. So when I was a kid, I would take a bite and I'd take a bite, you know, kind of eat around and then spit out all the chocolate chips because it's too chocolatey.
And does your family sit at another table while you do this?
Pretend they don't know me.
We don't know you.
No,
That's weird.
They all love chocolate. Just me, I just don't.
And is this like since you were a little kid or like when you turned 9, all of a sudden you're like, I don't like chocolate? No,
my whole life.
Very, very interesting. We will find out more about this whole situation in the future. But for now, let's check out Harper and Sophie and what they are doing eating out. Tell me about your mother and chocolate. Harper and Sophie are eating out.
That parfait didn't sit well with me. Did you like it?
I didn't mind it. I'm just used to parfaits with ice cream instead of frozen yogurt.
That's kind of how I feel about snow cones, slushies, and shaved ice.
Huh? You lost me.
Okay, so welcome back. We're at part C, day 3 of our frozen treats are the coolest. We're still with Harper and Sophie. They were at a frozen dessert shop, and then they were making their own frozen desserts. Right. And now it says Harper and Sophie are eating out.
They're back at the dessert shop because, hey, it's Tuesday. So let's see what's going on. Harper says, that parfait didn't sit well with me. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Did you like it? So they've obviously ordered something and finished eating it. We know that because he said, it didn't sit well with me. If something doesn't sit well with you, you don't feel comfortable with it. It could be a physical feeling like, oh, that fish didn't sit well with me. I don't think it was fresh. Or, you know, this new idea, the boss's new plan, it doesn't sit well with me. I don't think it will work. I'm uncomfortable with it. I'm not happy with this situation. There's something here that's going on that I don't like. And what's going on with Harper, what he doesn't like, is going on in his stomach because of this bad parfait that he ate. And he asked Sophie, I should say, if she also agrees. Did you like it?
Yes, and so she says, I didn't mind it, meaning, yeah, it was all right.
Her tummy is okay?
It says, I'm just used to parfaits with ice cream instead of frozen yogurt. Ooh. So this parfait obviously was made with frozen yogurt, but the ones that she normally eats are ice cream only.
Interesting. And a parfait is a kind of lovely dessert that you would have, mainly made with ice cream. They're interesting because they serve them in a big tall cup, a tall glass like you might get a milkshake in. But it's actually a food that you eat with a spoon, and they usually make it in very lovely layers. So this glass, you can see there's some strawberry syrup, and then maybe some vanilla ice cream or frozen yogurt, and then maybe some more strawberry or chocolate, and they kind of build it up, and often there's cream on top, and maybe a little cherry. So it's kind of like an ice cream sundae, but it's made in this very beautiful way and served in a cup and not in a bowl. She said she didn't mind the parfait too much. When you mind something, yeah, we're using mind like we often think of as our brain, I think, or I have ideas in my mind. No, here we're using it as a verb to say, it doesn't bother me. If you mind something, it bothers you, it makes you worried or concerned, or you don't really like it. You know, I don't mind it if you borrow my pen, but could you please ask me first? I do mind if you don't ask me. It does bother me. That is a problem if you don't ask me. But if you say, oh, I don't mind, you're kind of like, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I don't have a strong opinion. So she didn't mind it. She thought it was okay. Anyways, Harper then says, that's kind of how I feel about snow cones, slushies, and shaved ice. So he's kind of sharing his opinion about some other frozen treats there. Snow cones, slushies, and shaved ice. These are usually made with ice and juice or some kind of flavor, and not cream or ice cream so much.
Yes, and so Sophie says, huh? You lost me. So this, you lost me, this phrase, it just means like, oh, I'm confused. Like we were talking about something, I was on track, I knew what was going on, but all of a sudden you said something that kind of confused me, and now I feel lost. We also sometimes will say just like, wait a minute, I'm lost. Meaning I'm not following what's going on. I'm a little confused. Can you slow down? Can you explain it to me? Anything like that. So in this case, she says, you lost me, meaning I'm guessing that she just doesn't really know what those other desserts are or something, because she's like, what? What are we talking about?
I don't really understand what you're saying. It doesn't mean that, you know, they don't know where they are, like I'm lost, where am I? It just means I don't quite understand. Ting budong. So we'll find out what Harper is talking about after this break. I think that parfait might have gone to his brain. He's a little crazy right now. We'll see you soon.
Those frozen treats are just flavored ice. There's no milk or ice cream in them.
That's not true for Taiwanese shaved ice. Some stands use milk to make the ice.
I didn't know that.
Also, they have real toppings like bananas, mangoes, and sweet potatoes.
All right, we are back, and Harper and Sophie are talking about some of their favorite ice cream treats, but also ice cream treats that maybe they're not a big fan of. And Harper was kind of agreeing with Sophie that for her, a parfait that doesn't have ice cream but has frozen yogurt is not quite the same thing. You know, it's like having a sugar-free cake or something like that. Like, it's a cake, but it's not really a cake, you know. Anyway, so Harper's saying those frozen treats are just flavored ice. He was talking about snow cones and shaved ice. It's all good and it's a frozen treat, but for him, it doesn't have the feeling of being a treat. And he explains that there's no milk or ice cream in them. He needs that creaminess, that feel of the fat from the cream in his mouth. Oh, that's so good. And if it's kind of frozen juice, yeah, that's good, but it tastes, I don't know, healthy. And he's not a fan of that. Not for dessert.
Yes, and so Sophie's kind of like saying, okay, yeah, most of them maybe, but she does say that's not true for Taiwanese shaved ice.
Okay.
So Taiwanese shaved ice is a little bit different than normal maybe shaved ice or snow cones that you might see somewhere else.
Which is just ice and fruit.
Flavor.
Basically, yeah, fruit flavor.
So she says some stands use milk to make the ice. So it's not just ice, it's milk ice. So it's got more cream, it's got a little bit of a heavier taste than just ice.
That's true. Sometimes they use condensed milk, right? That stuff in a can that's quite thick and they add sugar to it. Some people put it in coffee as well, and that definitely makes it a more ice cream-like. But Harper, he's not really familiar with Taiwanese shaved ice. He says, I didn't know that. Well, you should try it out. Find your local Taiwanese shaved ice stand and order something with pineapple or maybe some mango and some red bean and all sorts of other stuff. Strawberry, they have peanuts, you can put that on. Anyways, you'll buy this from a stand. Yes, you could buy it from a store, but a stand is sort of like a temporary store that probably doesn't have a building around it. It's not inside with a door and a roof. It's outside. They roll it down the street. Often in night markets, you'll buy things like those sausages or your guabao or something. Not from a restaurant, from a stand. They might have a few simple little stools or 2 or 3 chairs to sit there, but usually you buy the food and walk away with it. So a stand is basically a temporary little place, could just be a table selling fruit from the table to people as they walk by on the street. But it's not a store, it's not a shop, it's a stand, but that's a good place to buy your shaved ice in the summertime.
Yes, and so then Sophie also is going to tell him a little bit more about this Taiwanese shaved ice. And she says, also they have real toppings like bananas, mangoes, and sweet potatoes. Yeah, I don't know about sweet potatoes, but this is something that is also different from shaved ice or snow cones in, like, for example, in America, because in America we don't have toppings, we just have kind of flavored
syrup.
Syrup,
like a thick, sweet, fruity liquid.
And they just pour it over the snow cone like that. Sometimes with shaved ice, some places, if it's really nice, they might have a topping of like ice cream or maybe some fruit there, but that's not as common as like here. So here we have lots of toppings, and a topping is just something that you put on top. So you have many toppings, usually on sweet things like ice creams or pizza. They might ask, what kind of topping do you want on your pizza?
Sausage, green pepper,
pepperoni,
onion, mushrooms,
corn. And all that is called your topping, something that goes on top of what you are eating or actually really anything. Just the top is called the topping.
So yes, one of those toppings that you might have for your shaved ice or maybe an ice cream sundae, but hopefully not your pizza. That'd be weird. Mango. Mango is a type of fruit. I would think of it as a tropical fruit, a fruit grown in the warmer parts of the world, like papaya or pineapple or something like that. I don't know, does mango come from this part of the world? I often think of also mango coming from the Caribbean, like Jamaica and South America, Central America. Definitely not a fruit that we grow in Canada. I do know that. But of course, it's orange, it's delicious, it's sweet, and it's kind of orange, kind of a pale orangey yellow. And it also is very good on your shaved ice. I make a really good mango and red onion chutney that goes with fish.
Oh, interesting.
Very fruity and very, tropical and lovely. And something else you wouldn't put on your shaved ice, but you might put on your pizza is potato.
Yeah, well, also, on your pizza, I'm not so sure. I guess maybe in Taiwan.
I've had it with pizza, potato, bacon, and cheddar.
Oh, okay, all right.
Cubes.
That's kind of okay. So we had this word potato, and in our dialogue, she had mentioned that you might have sweet potato on your topping. Right. I've never heard of it. I've never seen it, but maybe because we do have sweet potatoes here in Taiwan on a lot of things, so that is possible. Sure. And a potato is just a root vegetable, and you've probably seen it. Again, there's different types of potatoes. There's like kind of the bigger, just dark brown ones. There's little purple ones and kind of littler, kind of lighter colored tan ones. And then of course there's sweet potatoes that we have here. And so this is just a vegetable that grows underground, and you use it in many different things. You might have, in America, we have mashed potatoes in lots of our dinners, or for example at Thanksgiving, that's a very common thing, and so we eat potatoes a lot. And here you guys eat a lot of potatoes in French fries and sweet potato fries, all that kind of stuff.
That's right. They're where French fries come from.
Yep.
We like potatoes. All right, so there we go. That's all the time we have today. So a million options for you to consider. Well, not a million, but at least 10 options for you to consider in the next few months as the weather keeps being super hot. You can be super cool and go to your local ice cream shop or a store, find a stand, get out there and have a sweet treat, whether it's a sorbet, a shaved ice, or you want to go big and get a banana split, you do it. But I'd say bring a friend. Yeah. That's usually quite big. But enjoy. Don't eat it too fast. Don't get that ice cream headache. And don't be like Harper and Sophie and eat it 3 days in a row. I'm not a doctor, but that's probably a bad idea. Once a week. Yeah. I think once a week. That's probably good enough. Take care, everyone. Stay cool. Bye. Harper and Sophie are eating out.
That parfait didn't sit well with me. Did you like it?
I didn't mind it. I'm just used to parfaits with ice cream instead of frozen yogurt.
That's kind of how I feel about snow cones, slushies, and shaved ice.
Huh? You lost me.
Those frozen treats are just flavored ice. There's no milk or ice cream in them.
That's not true for Taiwanese shaved ice. Some stands use milk to make the ice.
I didn't know that.
Also, they have real toppings like bananas, mangoes, and sweet potatoes.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 mind 动词，不喜欢、介意。I hope you don't mind if I borrow your pen. 希望你不介意我借用你的笔。下一个单字 stand 名词，摊贩、摊位。Larry went to the stand to buy some snacks. Larry 去那间摊位买了一些小吃。下一个单字 mango 名词，芒果。There is mango in the salad. 这个沙拉里有芒果。最后一个单字 potato 名词，马铃薯。那么 sweet potato 指的就是地瓜。We need 2 potatoes to make the pie. 我们需要2颗马铃薯来制作这个派。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 eat out 在外用餐，它的相对说法是 eat in 在家用餐。我们来看看这个例句 We usually eat out on weekends. 周末时我们通常在外用餐。下一个文法 Something doesn't sit well with somebody. 某人不太喜欢某事物。Well 可以用 right 来替换，表达相近的语义。我们来看看这个例句The chicken soup didn't sit well with my dad. 我爸爸不太喜欢这道鸡汤。最后一个文法 You lost me. 我不懂你的意思。这是一个口语用法，惯用过去式。我们来看看这个例句 You lost me when you started talking about soccer. 当你开始谈论足球时，我就听不懂了。以上就是这一课的重点单词跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Here's how to play. The host will be holding 3 cards. Each card will have 2 sentences containing a secret vocabulary word or phrase that has been replaced by the word bear. The host will read the sentences out loud for the contestants to guess. Whoever guesses first gets a point. The person with the most points wins. And you can play along too.
Hi everyone, I'm Steven.
And I'm Kiki. I'm Carolyn.
We're gonna play Guess the Bear. So let's get started. This one is an adjective. The first sentence, Ted is a bear for making sure the event goes well. Number 2, Alex is a very bear person and takes his job seriously.
Responsible.
There you go, Carolyn. All right, so Carolyn's, the sentence was, number 1, Ted is responsible for making sure the event goes well. And number 2, Alex is a very responsible person and takes his job seriously. All right, the second one is a verb. All right, number 1. Lonnie's dad bared the broken TV by himself. Number 2. The clerk said it'll take 2 days to bear my phone.
Repair.
Oh, that was hard. I'll give it to Kiki, even though I heard you like a split second. But let's just make this game fair, okay? Okay? All right, so repair, the first one. Lonnie's dad repaired the broken TV by himself. And number 2, the clerk said it'll take 2 days to repair my phone. All right, now we have a tie, because I made it a tie. Okay, this is a phrase, 2 words. Number 1, the boys were playing tag and knocked over the vase, bear, bear. Number 2, Rob got the job, bear, bear. But he turned out to be a good fit.
By accident?
All right, so now that one for sure, Carolyn has won because you didn't say anything at all. Okay, so it's by accident. The boys were playing tag and knocked over the vase by accident. Number 2, Rob got the job by accident, but he turned out to be a good fit. Good job.
Thank you. You seem so surprised.
No, I'm not. That was, my face just doesn't show emotions. Good job.